it's time for something seriously unimportant with your hosts, Anthony, Meg, Jimmy, and Carter.
What is up, everyone?
What's going on, motherfuckers?
Hey.
Shout out to fucking Dip Device, bro. This thing's fucking amazing. If you know, you know. Dabs are life.
So we have not
I
shit.
second that.
Yeah, we have shit else to talk about anyway. So let's get right into introducing our guests today.
Alrighty.
We got Donny Rockett on the couch. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing really good.
And we're welcoming my cousin Bridget again on the couch. How you doing over
Bridget,
there?
Bridget's filling in for my buddy John, who's over there. He refused to get on
Yeah.
a mic.
You
and
can still see John in my camera angle. We might put like a emoji over his head.
that's what we
or
should
something.
do.
Yeah,
yes.
something like that.
Put a
Different emojis.
queen's crown on him.
So, Donnie, how you doing? Thanks for coming out, man.
I'm doing really well. I'm staying busy, which is good. When you hit your 30s, which I recently did,
Oh, you poor guy.
you start to feel like you got to circulate more. So I stay real busy. That's my number one reason for staying busy. So I never look 40.
Good shit, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have gigs all the time, right?
I do. I have.
And you're in like 10 bands right
Nah,
now,
I'm
right?
in. Well,
Street
I'm in
legend.
four bands, kind of, and I sub for a lot of other bands if I need to work.
Yeah, good shit, man. So, Donnie, I met him recently. Well, we were talking very highly of you when David St. James was on the show. What was that? That was a while
Forever
ago
ago.
already. Yeah, and we were talking about Donny Rockett, how you know, are one of those fucking big-time Jersey scene guys, getting all kinds of shit together, the open mic nights, everything. You were heavily involved in Time Out.
Yeah, I was.
You know, and let me take this time out right now. Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
To
Would have been great if you didn't pause.
yeah,
Right.
No pun intended.
To admire your own pun.
Dickhead. You
Well,
self-righteous
it was
asshole.
It was an accidental pun.
No, it wasn't.
Accidental pun.
You
Well, let me
dickhead.
take this time out to talk about Time Out Part 2.
Oh
Man.
yeah, it's. I think it's. I won't be there opening weekend, but I'll be there soon after. It's. I think it. Correct me if I'm wrong, John. He doesn't have a mic.
It's Gloucester
I
City.
think it's
He
after
looks
Labor
cussing
Day
it
they're
right
going to
now.
open.
Oh, after Labor Day. Okay,
Or
cool.
maybe Labor Day weekend. I'm not sure of the exact date, but right around Labor Day. Time Out 2, it's the original O'Donnell's. It's a 100-year-old, well-known establishment. So it's going to be Time Out Entertainment at O'Donnell's.
Cool, man.
They want to keep the trademark name.
Sounds really fun. And, you know, I was just talking to Cheryl a couple days ago. We're going to get her on the show.
That's great.
Nice.
Soon to promote the new Time Out. You know, but shout out to you and Bob and everybody else involved getting this cool club started in Gloucester City. It's gonna be really fun.
I think it's about twice, maybe 2.5 times as big as Time Out.
God,
Damn.
Inside.
Wow.
Yeah, there's supposed
I
to be
like
a
that.
nice stage area plus dance floor. You know,
Oh,
a nice
hell
dance
yeah.
floor area
Fancy
too.
dance
Yeah.
floor, yeah.
So I'm going to have to book myself with a disco band in there.
Right.
Yeah,
there you
fucking
go.
hey, man. So Donnie, what I know what bands are you in right now?
Well,
I know you're in
of course, the Led Zeppelin Flying Circus.
amazing band.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
shit was awesome.
If anybody
Yeah.
watched our our Time Out episode from the closing days of Time Out or my one vlog episode, you'll see the Flying Circus. You guys did
Yeah.
amazing, man. That was
Thank
super
you.
cool.
It was really good.
We work at it. We get religiously every Monday night, and we all get along. We laugh at practice, so it's a relaxed thing. So we absorb everything.
I wish we were like that, guys.
Well, if you get to a practice and you're fighting with everyone, how much would you expect to get accomplished?
Yeah.
Yes. that
Mutt
is true.
changes all the words at practice. Mutt's the singer, Mutt Naughton. He's also a good videographer. He makes some of the greatest, funniest videos you ever saw. Little strange, but that's okay. But he is a dead ringer for Robert Plant.
Yeah, dude. He does. He sounds
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Man, he really does.
And speaking of which, we're at the Cooper's Riverview in Trenton this
Oh, I love
Saturday.
that place.
I'm there Thursday with Fuzzy Side Up.
Oh, awesome.
Mhm.
Cool.
Wow,
I
cool,
love
man.
that place. I'm off on Thursday.
So I'm there.
I've never been to Trenton before.
Well,
You're not
Cooper's
missing
River
much.
is fun.
It's
Yeah.
a huge nightclub. We're gonna play outside. It's gonna be tight because it's a smaller area. the inside is gigantic. It's like amazing.
Maggie, when were you there?
For the Stevie B concert. I was
Stevie
there
Nice.
several
Stevie
times.
who?
My mom loves that
I was,
dude.
I know. Well, he kind of disappointed me at this show. But no, I
Stevie
saw a
B,
bunch
he's
of
a
bands there.
freestyle. He's a freestyle guy.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Like a jam band type dude?
No.
like
like
old,
DJ,
Yeah, like
like-
old 90s
okay.
club,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I just opened up with my cover band, Electric Beach. It's a top 40 band. We just opened up at Paradise Grill for like 2,000 people. It was
Damn.
CC in the Music Factory.
Okay.
Everybody dance now.
That's awesome.
And you know what? There was a DJ and a couple of people dancing. There was not a musician there.
Wow.
Yeah. But still, it was good.
Yeah. That's
you know,
cool.
as far as DJs goes, I thought the guy had the place rocking.
Nice.
I walked out into the main beach area, and they were playing Chili Peppers, and they went into Nirvana, but of course all mixed, segueing back and forth into like a more of a R&B.
Like a club sound,
They-
yeah.
they were doing like old school R&B. It was great.
Yeah. So, but back to Flying Circus real quick. I want to talk to you about you're fucking that guitarist in that band.
A guitar mic
what
from
is his
Philly.
name?
Wait. You just literally said you're fucking that guitar player
Yes, he
in the
did.
band.
Yes, you did.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that.
Are you?
He just bought. He just picked up.
This is a different
Listen,
kind of
this-
show.
Listen, he just picked
Wow.
up an amplifier for me for $20, a Harkey practice amp with a 15 in it, big thing like this.
Oh, he's the one that went to the flea market.
Yeah, and he called me
Cool,
from the
man.
flea market. So should I be fucking him? I don't know.
Depends
I-
on the quality.
Yeah.
No, in all
Probably-
seriousness,
probably a
the
little
guy's
bit.
amazing.
Yeah, he was really
Yeah,
good. We wanted
yeah.
to get him. I remember when I was, I was a little drunk that day myself at Time Out when we did that episode, and I have a bone to pick with you too, Donny.
Oh no!
But
what did
I
do?
went and tried to get what is his name?
Mutt, the singer.
No, the guitarist.
Oh, Michael. Yeah.
Michael. I tried to get him on to do an interview, and he was like, "Dude, I'm just too drunk right now." But he was really
man.
good, man, rocking out up there.
Yeah, I love his style of playing.
Yeah, but the bone I have to pick with Donnie is so we're doing our show live at Time Out at the time, right?
Right.
We're trying to get everybody on. Our main focus was to get the Donny Rockett on the show to come
no.
over to that table.
What did I do?
And what was he doing every time I was trying to chase him down? He was running away from me.
Was I really?
Yeah. Every 2 seconds. You were like, Jim, I'll be right up. I'll be right up. The next thing I know, you're
What?
running away somewhere.
Well, that guy wanted a photo op because he won the Donny Rockett bass. I had that. And I had a gig didn't I have another gig that
Yeah.
night? I had to leave early.
You did. So I TMZ style chased Donnie
Oh, no.
to his car.
Wow.
Gonna get me coming out of the airport next time.
Jesus.
And he left us. But thank you for
But
being on the show
I
today.
had a gig and I was nervous because, there was a little ways to drive.
He had an attack of paranoia. Yeah. Thanks for coming back after being
But I got you-
stalked.
Thanks for chasing me with that camera.
I got you John Tidwell from Whiskey Grin
He was great. With the
Yeah.
guys from Whiskey Green
I
were
watched
great,
that.
man.
podcast.
Unfortunately, all of them were on Dream. All three of them.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
all
yeah,
three
that was
on
great,
it.
man.
Now,
yeah.
incidentally, since you brought up Dream, I do an open mic with Dream on Thursdays right now at Dad's Bar and Grill in Lumberton. It's right on Main Street and Route 38. You can't miss it.
Oh, I think I saw. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
I saw your posts from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks fun, man.
Now, of course, this Thursday I put a sub in for myself. I think Dream will be there with Jimmy Mannix from the Pure Petty Band. Now, listen, I got to plug him too because this weekend, Thursday, it's me with Fuzzy Side Up. Friday night at Cooper's Riverview is the Pure Petty Band, and they're amazing. They sound just like the record. They got all the instrumentation.
Nice, man.
They got the Eggman, who goes way back with Pegasus, great guitar player, and Zuff. I don't know if you guys ever heard. Oh,
I don't know anybody you just named.
well, the Eggman is Pete Smith, and he's phenomenal. And you got Ace Porter on bass, Kathy Porter on backup vocals,
Okay.
and Jimmy and his brother Joey Mannix on guitar, respectively on guitar and
Okay.
drums. They
All right,
are
cool.
super. So they'll be there Friday, and then of course I think I mentioned, and it's worth mentioning again, this Circus, Led Zeppelin's Flying Circus will be there Saturday. So us South Jersey boys are ruling up in Trenton this weekend.
Fucking A, man. Good for you, bud. Yeah, round of applause. Round of applause.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I hate it.
But
I thought I was back at the Queen Theater.
Donnie, I wanted to talk to you also about Fuzzy Side Up. So, is Fuzzy Side Up, is that a cover band, or do you guys, is it original music?
Well, it's a cover band as long as the fuzzy side is up. That's tricky. You're getting into detail. We're all covers. Yeah, we do an eclectic mix of 70s, 80s, 90s. I guess some of the, I'm not sure if we do anything in the last half a century. Let me think. But all seasoned veterans, good players. Joe McFadden, the singer, sings with a band called Hot Lana. They're an Allman Brothers tribute band.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw them on your South Jersey.
Yeah, they're
scene
incredible.
page.
They really are.
Yeah, if everybody, you got to check out Donny Rockett's groups on Facebook.
South Jersey
South
scene.
Jersey scene, and then you have Rocket Entertainment
Right.
on Facebook
Like-
too. Really,
Now I
got
got
to
to give credit that Rocket Entertainment. That wouldn't have come to fruition without this man over here.
Oh, John in the back on his phone. Yeah, good, bud.
You don't have a secret camera on him, do
Yeah,
you?
no, he is. You can see him
Oh,
on
I
my
see
camera.
him.
Yeah.
He's got his head down. Okay.
Do you want
John
sunglasses,
did
John?
not want to
Is he wearing
be on the
sunglasses?
show tonight.
Give him those sunglasses there.
Oh, wait a minute. That's Dusty Hill.
So,
Oh, that was in
yeah,
poor
those
taste.
pages are impressive, man. Yeah,
I was gonna say he doesn't look like a corpse.
Too early. Yeah, way too early.
those groups are impressive that you have on
That'll
Facebook.
work.
A lot of
Sing
traffic.
cog-
What
Magneto.
South Jersey scene, I swear I get 4 or 5 people requesting to join every day.
Yeah.
And out of those 4 or 5 people, 1 or 2 of them are people I don't know from other countries, so they don't get in.
Damn, you don't let them in.
I
Jeez.
don't. I don't because I did once. I made that mistake once, and all of a sudden they're trying to, embezzle money from people.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, definitely, everybody listening, definitely go join those groups, and make sure to join our group on Facebook, That Garage John Productions. Remember we had a guy, Carter, in Garage John. I think he was from another country. He put on like a 2-hour show
Wow.
Yeah.
playing the guitar and singing. Remember that guy? When we first started the thing?
Oh yeah.
There was like this guy from
What country?
I'm not sure. I forget.
I
But
thought he was from another country.
I think he was. I think he was like British or something.
What was his last name?
I forget.
Yeah, I don't
man.
remember
But
who it was.
he was just singing his heart out.
Wow.
For like 2 hours. Put on a whole video on the thing, and nobody really saw it.
What,
Yeah.
Did any of you see that Beatles movie where the young Indian guy?
Oh yeah, I thought that
Yeah.
movie was really good,
That was
man.
yesterday. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
yesterday.
excellent.
That was good.
That was a good movie.
Where all the Beatles
I didn't
songs,
watch that one.
They are removed from history,
Right.
and there's this guy actually remembers
Yeah.
all the lyrics because he was a big fan. So he starts playing Beatles songs.
But the
and
band
becomes-
doesn't exist.
Yeah,
the
he
Beatles.
becomes really famous
Right.
for
Right.
it. And then you have to watch the movie. But
It's a great movie.
yeah, very good movie. So Flying Circus, then you got
Fuzzy Side Up.
Fuzzy Side Up.
And I have to say, Electric Beach, I've been with Lexi. She's 30 now, and I've been with her. She fronted the band. We did the whole Shore circuit when she was 15 years old.
Wow.
So I've been in that band on and off for 15 years. In the last 6 years, especially in the summer, she pays me really well.
Oh, good shit.
And we
man.
play the Xfinity Live with the Phillies after game and some resorts. So
Now,
she
you were
does-
just there yesterday, right?
No, I was at
Xfinity Live.
Paradise Grill way down in Long Neck, Delaware, near Rehoboth Beach.
Okay, that is the place you were telling me about before, right? That real pretty place.
Yeah,
where
it's
like
beautiful.
it's like a big.
It's surrounded by water. It's all palm trees and sand, and
Yeah.
you get about 1,500.
Yeah,
I've
dude.
eaten there before. It's really
I have
nice.
to get
Oh, the
down
food
there.
is excellent.
Yeah, and you can sit like your table's in the sand, like you're on the
Mhm.
beach.
At the tiki huts, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and who do you play there with?
With Electric Beach.
Electric Beach. you
It's
said
actually,
that.
I should say, it's Lexi Mangioni's Electric Beach.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Because
And-
she's the focal point. She is an amazing singer. She sounds like She can sound like Aretha Franklin and then go Joan Jett. Then she does Bruno Mars, Michael Jackson. She can cover a wide palette of music. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a lot of things down in that YouTube description. Donny Rockett's plug list is gonna be
I need a
really
plug list.
big, man.
I never heard that term, but I definitely want a plug list.
Yeah,
Flying
And
Circus.
while you guys are down there checking out
You
all
stole
of
it
his
from
plugs,
me, dickhead.
go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button. It really helps us out. Helps us bring these awesome entertainment like guys like Donny Rockett to you. So please hit those buttons, share with all your friends and enemies. And if you really like how I stole that from Jimmy
I like
and got
that.
a motherfucking
I do
10 on
like
this
that.
bitch,
Yes.
you go ahead
Yeah.
and comment below.
See,
Totally stole that from
I
me.
totally agree with that one. That one was good. I just want to let everybody know that I am not ignoring everybody. They're
Yeah,
slowly
you are.
slowly announcing the Gathering of the Juggalos lineup. And this
What are
is
we up
like
to? What are we up to? Anything yet?
so far they've just announced ICP's search for Bigfoot because apparently it's in a big where it's located there. It's a big Yeti or Bigfoot hotspot apparently. So
Where's that?
in
Fucking
Ohio.
Ohio.
Oh, 4 dead in Ohio.
Yeah.
Due to Sasquatch.
Right?
Listen, that's going to be the name of the. I just did a gig. They called me. I got down to Summers Point within an hour and a half setup and played a gig with a guy named. He's actually. I think I was telling you, Jimmy. He's the voice on KYW. KYW. He's the singer.
Ed Sheeran.
1060.
No.
Is that what you said?
No,
Love that guy.
Way wrong.
Blue.
Who doesn't love that
I
guy?
mean, all right. Well, who were we?
Blue.
All right, and
Ed Sheeran's the guitar
You
player.
were also so Ed Sheeran is involved. Ed
So-
Sheeran.
How do you pronounce that? Satchwatch?
that? I'm not.
Yeah, one day Ed Sheeran was just.
That's going to be the name of the band, so I got to know how
Wait,
to
I
pronounce
think
it.
everybody's kind of confused
Ed
here.
Sheeran
So
is
it's
related to Sasquatch.
Blue. He's
Bigfoot
prettier
motherfucker.
than that filthy animal.
And that Bigfoot motherfucker.
Ed Sheeran. Where the fuck? It was Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran used to own Spectators, that huge nightclub on 130.
Yeah, but can you
Yeah.
explain to me what's going on with this?
Jersey.
What are you and how are you involved with this
Why?
radio station thing?
Oh, KYW?
Yeah.
No, I just listen for the weather.
Oh, okay. So you just wanted to bring up. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't-
You give us 60
Oh.
minutes, we'll give you the world.
As soon as the news comes on,
Just the weather.
as soon as the news comes on, I gotta thank Matt Stratt. He just put all these old Beatles songs, every album, on a what do you call it, zip drive?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Or a
Flash drive.
flash
Plug-in.
drive or a.
A plug-in, but I got all that music on my radio now. It's great.
Nice, man.
But no, KYW, no, the drummer that I played with it, I'm going to do another gig with on September 5th, Sunday at Caroline's by the Bay in Summers Point. That's Blue. Did I put his name on there? I only gave
No, I didn't. You know what?
I
I
only
didn't.
gave you Ed's
I
name?
didn't write it down. Which I know it was Ed Sheeran, and thanks for everybody else who has the list that's not helping me out right now.
Well, it's Ed and Blue and me.
I'm occupied, Jim.
And we're going to be called how do you pronounce it? I gotta-
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. I better know how to. People are going to ask me the name of the band. I'm going to feel stupid like I feel now.
Yeah, I sound kind of stupid myself.
Anyway,
For
but
some reason, I just started thinking about Harry and the Hendersons.
I love that movie.
Anywho, let's just.
I never saw that one.
I want to get.
It's when if a family finds
John
Sasquatch
Lithgow,
and they
right?
bring it in. Yeah.
So let me Donnie.
Yeah.
Let me
I didn't go. I'm right here.
yeah. Let's talk about some of these. Let's talk about
Yes,
your
I
influences.
love this dude.
Who are your influences?
Oh, I got a million. Well, Paul McCartney was the first. He was my first. Did I say that?
Yeah, she did.
Okay. He was my first
He pops your
inspiration
cherry.
to play a bass, yeah. But later on, I really got into jazz. I studied under a guy named Dennis Sendoli. He taught Pat Martino, John Coltrane, all jazz greats. And I really got into jazz, so I started listening to Stanley Clarke, bass player out of Philadelphia.
Okay.
at Temple University.
Dude, he's fucking awesome.
And yeah, he's still around. He's still playing. He did movie soundtracks for about 20 years.
I think I saw Victor Wooten years
Oh, he's
ago.
great. Yeah.
Like when he was doing his Flying Circus tour, or not Flying Circus. It was something circus. Like he was like the 8-arm man or something. Whatever album that was.
Oh, was that you're talking about the guy that played that?
That's Victor Wooten, but Stanley Clark came on and played with them during that show.
Okay, well, I saw Stanley Clark, Victor Wooten, and Marcus Miller, who's a real big influence. All together, they put out 2 albums and toured, and I saw the first tour.
That's a hell of a lineup.
Oh my God, they were great. Just I was a bass player in my glory. So the only guy I didn't really mention, well, 2 guys, is the late great Jaco Pastorius. He played with a band called Weather Report,
Okay.
and sadly he hasn't been with us for about 30 years now. Last but not least, you guys probably, I mean, I love John Entwistle, Chris Squire, John Paul Jones, of course. I love all those British bass players, but there's a guy by the name of Billy Sheehan. No one ever heard of him? He played on the first 2 the second David Lee Roth album after David Lee Roth left Van Halen. And he's just a phenomenal bass player. He still plays today. He plays with Stevie Vai a lot. Billy Sheehan just has, I've met him a couple of times. He's just got really good technique. And you know, he self-admittedly, he says he doesn't know any theory. He just says, well, I start here and I...
Yeah, that sounds like me. I used to live with I used to have a couple of roommates back in the day, and my roommate was really into music theory. Right, we both play guitar, and he like really tried to come up with all this wacky shit that just sounded really wacky, right?
Right.
And then I would write a song, and it would sound really good, and he'd be like, "You motherfucker, you went through like 5 modes." And I'm like, all right, whatever that means.
Well, 5 modes meaning it's very simple to explain. If you have a major scale, the modes start on a different degree of the scale, and they end an octave up, but it's still the same note. So every time you go up a whole step or a half step, depending on the major or whatever scale you're following, it's just a starting point. So that's an easy way to think about modes as a starting point within the scale. So, like if you're in the key of G major, a whole step up is the Durian, I think. And a lot of people will start their riffs, even if you're in G, you would start on the A. And so on and so forth. So it's really easy to understand if you think of it that way. I think a lot of people get too bogged down in all the theory, and
Yeah, I always just did what felt good.
Exactly. I like to do it. That was my father's best advice to me as a kid: is whatever makes you feel good.
So was your father a musician too?
Yeah, he was a piano player, and his father wrote hit songs. My grandfather Tom, I called him, wrote hit songs in the 20s. Big hit songs. I mean,
Wow,
you could
nice,
get
man.
sheet music for him.
And is he who? So he's your dad's. You told you had to play the piano then?
Not really. No, I studied under a woman named Mrs. Woodruff
Okay.
when I was like 10, I think. I started, and she was she had a big A-frame house with a 10-foot grand piano. It was amazing. We had recitals in there. But, I learned a little bit of classical stuff and, church hymns, and it wasn't really my bag. So that's why I ended up studying jazz.
How old were you when you lived in California?
I hitchhiked out there when I was about, I turned 21 in Beverly Hills.
That was only like 9 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's like 9 years ago. It seems like 40.
I've never been to California.
But yeah, California was quite an experience. I lived out there for a few years. I saw I saw a live taping of the Merv Griffin show.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and we almost got thrown out because the guy next to me stood up and started Oh boy.
What did he say?
He said, before the studio audience, he stood up and he said, "I hope Joan Crawford comes out with an axe and goes berserk." and the usher comes down the aisle and he says, one more like that, and you guys are both out of here. So we were good from that time on.
So I heard that you lived in Janis Joplin's old apartment. Is
I
that
lived
true?
in her old bedroom.
Get out of
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I have
Holy
proof. I
shit.
found her license online with my apartment number.
Wow.
And it was 10 years after she passed. So it
No
had
way.
been 10 years since she lived there. It was right on
So you're not 30, are you?
No, I'm not.
I really hope you didn't put a black light on in that apartment.
No. We had crazier stuff than that. I'm 61. I just turned 61.
Oh, no, what? You look great.
Yeah, I'm well preserved. We had the good drugs in the 70s.
Yeah. And those Flintstone vitamins.
And the Flintstone
Some
vitamins.
vitamins. Oh, yeah,
Yo.
man.
They were hard
Sorry
to
to
shoot.
interrupt, but I gotta give a fucking huge shout out to my boy Jonathan Stauffer in 9 Dead. He's his fucking band just got announced for the fucking main stage. He's a South Jersey wrestling dude, fucking
Wow.
very
Good
good friend of
stuff, man,
mine.
yeah.
So shout out to you
Cool.
guys.
Round
for
of
fucking-
applause.
Shout out.
Round of
Yeah,
applause.
We're gonna have to get them guys on the
John,
show.
congrats.
So back to the Janis Joplin apartment.
Yeah.
Well, we hung those not macrames, the things they with the paisley on them. Women used to wear them as skirts.
Tapestries.
In the Haight-Ashbury.
Yeah.
Tapestries.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I have quite a few of them.
I don't
actually.
know why, but I was laying, when I got that apartment, right away I said, I bet she slept right here. He said, how'd you know? I said, where else would you put the bed? It was the only feasible place, right by the window. It was perfect.
I wanted to ask you, I'm like, did you feel, because I'm always into
Yes.
goofy, like ghost stuff
Yes.
and spiritual stuff. And dude, did you feel like her presence there and like have
Not
any
just
kind of
me,
energy?
everyone all our friends, my girlfriend, it was the only girl I was ever engaged to. She won't hear this. Monta Zelinsky. She's married with children.
What, Monica Lewinsky?
No. Oh.
I think she cheated on
I
you.
think she
No.
Damn.
Monta Zelinsky, she was a 6th generation San Francisco. Her grandparents were in the big earthquake. I think it was the biggest earthquake we've had.
Yeah,
In
destroyed San Francisco,
1906.
Yeah.
So Monta resides in San Diego now. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Ghosts. Janis Joplin's
I did,
ghosts.
I did, and I still do. I have dreams, and I always, and before and since then, I've always loved Janis Joplin. I heard an interesting thing that she's able to. It started in Africa. This vocal styling, she's able to harmonize with herself. She can hit 2 notes at the same time. It's like a piano, or
Yeah.
Wow.
a chord. But I just love her voice. I always loved her spirit. Therefore, I felt a lot of it.
That seems like a really special.
Would
Nah.
you like hear her singing to you while you were in the shower?
Yeah.
Like,
Doing dishes.
Donnie McGee.
Or when you didn't feel like doing anything.
I
like
don't
chores.
know, but you
Won't
just
you
mentioned that
just
shower, and I had some good times in there, but not with Janice.
That one, Janice.
Speaking of haunted, I think we have David St. James's boots here, don't we?
Yeah.
Jimmy, you got those?
Shit, Donnie, I'm going to show you these.
If you got
Yeah.
his boots,
These
that
have-
means he's here.
They have the
Listen.
essence of David St. James in
Here.
them.
Yeah.
Here, you're probably, Donnie, you're
Yeah.
probably going to see David St. James before I do. So why don't you take these
I am going to see you.
with you?
Yeah, take those with you.
Let me-
Wait a minute, these are nice.
You
I'm
know,
not gonna see
I
them.
heard.
He ain't getting them
Well,
back.
Donnie, legend says that if you put those on, you'll dance like David St. James, which, weirdly enough, looks like one of those blow-up noodle guys.
the inflatable waving arm man.
Wacky wailing arm inflatable tube man.
Well, for those listening, David St. James, we all love David St. James.
Oh yeah.
He is something else. And the
Duct tape Dave.
Duct tape Dave. How I got, these boots in my possession is because he went swimming with us a couple weeks ago,
Nah,
And,
it was a couple months ago now.
He's
Yeah.
he's like the
Whatever it
most
was.
talented musician I've ever known in my life, David.
He's very
yeah.
good, man. Very
no,
good.
he's gonna love that joke. Like,
He loves my new bass, and he can play it.
But we all went to my swimming spot, and we were all having a great time. Whatever.
Schuylkill River?
No, it's up by the Neshaminy Mall.
Okay.
Yeah, and we were all swimming, having a great time. David St. James left, walked through the woods, walked across the street into the parking lot, went home, all without his boots, and he didn't have he didn't have any other boots
Sounds
or
like an-
shoes.
sounds
He was
like-
barefoot. This
For those who
motherfucker.
don't know, the reason I hate going to the falls is the 1.5 mile walk. It's not really that long, but like it's a fucking hike to get down there, and it's
It's like
fucking
5
bumps and rocks and
Rocks,
fucking.
yeah.
It is crazy.
Mud.
It is not an easy walk back to the
No.
car. So I don't know how the fuck he did it.
He
fucking
didn't wear them to the falls
Crazy.
either. The boots were in
Crazy.
Bridget's car the whole time.
Yeah, he left them in the trunk before we went. And then instead of getting them, he just walked barefooted.
He's like that guy Cody from Dual Survival.
No, you know what he
I'm
said? You know what he said?
I-
I thought he was at least going to wear them and go home. He went home barefoot too.
It's an honest mistake to make.
But he was like, what do I want to look like, an asshole walking to the falls in
I
a
just
bathing
went
suit
swimming.
and cowboy boots?
But my dude is like, you're going to the falls. You're wearing a bathing suit. Why are you throwing on fucking cowboy boots?
Exactly. Where the
I dig
hell-
This is David St. James.
Dig it too.
That's-
Wow.
Fucking-
That's
exactly.
David St. James.
It's
Hey,
the
I
aura
gotta
of
defend
David
the
St.
man
James.
because, we used to sacrifice a little comfort for style. That's the art of being a musician. And that's part of it
yeah.
to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, man.
And that's
That's
what David.
awesome.
David, I'll tell you, he goes all out, and he's the most. Let me say this: he's the most entertaining guy that I personally know, with the exception of maybe Georgie Rumble. But George hasn't been coming out to play lately. He's getting older. George, incidentally, founded the Dead End Kids back in the '80s. They were Apollo Artists' hugest band, and they played in 4 states, tri-state in New York. And George is another performer. I just want to give a shout out to George Rumble. We did a Dead End Kids reunion with me and Dream were the young bucks in the band. I think Dream's a little younger than me.
Oh, you and Dream are.
He's been lying about his age for years.
So you and Dream have known each other for a while.
Oh yeah, over 30 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I jammed with him so many years in a lot of bands. I think I was in 4 bands at the same time with that guy. It would be
Jesus
like,
Christ.
you again? And he'd look at me and think the same thing. It was like, damn. But I'll tell you
That's
what.
great.
I'll tell
man.
you what. With guitar players like the late great Kelly James, he was the other half of Rumble. Rumble and James they played all the harmony leads and everything. Those guys were so good. I used to play with them, and it was the only band I was in where everyone stood up before the band went on. Usually you get people into it, right? And they were all a little bit older than us, and we learned a lot from them, I think.
That's awesome.
That's really cool, man. And dude, I can't believe some of these people, like, I didn't know you and Dream have known each other.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love the
Oh,
dude
yeah.
Dream. He's such a cool dude, man. But can we backtrack?
His original name was, I better not say, he might hear this.
Yeah, he might.
was it stage name?
Well, Dream's not his real name.
Well, I didn't think
Rocket's not my real name, so let's keep
No.
that. Yeah, didn't you used to go by Sammy Exploder?
I did when I was in the porn industry for a brief
Wow.
while, yeah.
Oh man, but Donnie, can I go back?
John's trying not to laugh over there. Look, he's tugging on his beer so he can't
Dude,
break a smile.
Donnie's manager John back here. He's the serious guy, right? He must be a good manager, right?
Oh my God, he's the best.
He's the cat's
He's the
pajamas.
best, and he does. We help out other friends through the
Right.
Rocket Entertainment site. If you ever go on those groups on Facebook, South Jersey Scene, Rocket Entertainment, yeah, I advertise all the bands I play in.
You
but,
do, man.
But I also share friends and even bands that I don't particularly know them in
yeah,
person.
you share
But
everybody
I'll
on there.
share it if it looks like a good place and a nice gig for them, and I see it in my, I I cancel out the art of Facebook. To me, is you cancel out, unfollow everyone that puts up political bullshit.
Right.
And now if I go on my news feed, the only thing you see is where bands are playing and little dogs and kitties.
So you got your Facebook perfectly how you want it to
It's
be.
aligned
Right.
with the stars, Jimmy. It is aligned with the stars.
Well, speaking of aligning with the stars, this fucking lineup just got so much better, and I can't believe I get to say that I'm going to be seeing Vanilla fucking Ice at the Gathering of the Juggalos this year.
Vanilla
Oh
Ice.
my god, the rap version or the metal version?
I don't care, bro.
That's funny.
Fucking Vanilla Ice, bro. That's amazing. Dude,
I didn't steal that song. Dum
Yeah.
dum dum
Right?
good dum
No,
dum.
no,
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we added one
That's his
more.
shit, bro.
Dum, dum.
I hope nobody dangles him over a balcony there. Isn't that the last thing he was on the news for?
that was Michael
That was Michael
Jackson,
Jackson,
bro.
bro.
That was Michael Jackson.
No,
Uncle
Suge
Crusher.
Knight dangled Vanilla Ice
Oh,
over
yeah.
a balcony.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Um,
They got him explaining, like, well, we had a note here.
Woo! Back to track, everyone. Listen, so Donnie,
Yeah.
I want to backtrack to California.
Oh,
you said
boy.
you hitchhiked out there
I
some
did.
years ago.
Yeah, I was
How long did you live out there for? Were you in L.A.?
trying to get a monkey off my back, I think. I was in L.A. for a short while, and then I moved up to the Bay Area, and I lived, of course, in the Haight-Ashbury, and I also moved in with this young woman and her family. It was kind of sad. Her dad was a lawyer, and some guy got out of jail that he was defending, and apparently didn't do a good enough job. He gassed him in his. So by the time I met this girl's father, he was not a lawyer. He was drooling practically, really not
man.
all there.
Wow.
Sad.
That's hard.
But that was on the border of we were talking about Northern California. That was on the border of Berkeley and Oakland.
Oakland, okay, yeah.
In the Berkeley Hills. I used to take the BART, the Bay Area Rapid Transit System. It made our subways, you'd think we were living 200 years behind them because it looks like a rocket ship in California.
Yeah, dude. I've been on the subways. It is Philly's subways just suck, man. That's what it is.
Well, New York City subways.
New York City is there's
they can
just so
suck
many
too,
of them.
but
But New York City subways, they're really
I had fun. We used to play our guitars and
Yeah.
going into Manhattan.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
There's Manhattan
Yeah.
subway stations.
I played at all them
There's
clubs.
always someone performing at those subway stations too.
There was a good trio. This brings back bad memories. I lost an uncle and a cousin in the buildings, 9/11, right?
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
to hear
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But the musicians used to play right out front, and they were great. The one guy actually had a Jimi Hendrix thing but he played it upside down. The high string was here, and he was phenomenal. He sounded,
Wow, man.
he sounded like Alvin Lee from 10 years after. I'm dating myself.
Oh my god.
Wow. So, you were in the Bay Area for a while.
Yeah, I was. I was for a few years, and then my grandfather was dying, and my father guilted me into coming back. And
Back to
I was-
Josie, right?
Yeah, and I met some friends, and I started playing. 40 years ago, I started playing in clubs. When I got back from California, I played on the streets. I used to buy a cheap guitar at Goodwill, and depending on how good it was, eventually, no matter how good it was, I would smash it on the side of the road in front of my girlfriend. She'd be up at in Janice's window looking down at me.
Oh, so this is in California.
Yes,
You're playing on
I'm
the
back in
streets out
California. I'm going
okay.
bi-coastal here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's the only bi I'll ever be.
Oh shit.
Anyway, California was kind of a dream. And I got back and I met guys, and that's when I really started playing a lot. To backtrack, before I went to California, I had a very good friend, Marty Zuckerberg, and me and a mutual friend that I met through Marty that he knew for a while. We bought a house together, and within that year, my friend Marty got killed by a drunk driver, basically.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But he taught me. He's the first one to really put a bass in my hand. I'd play that bass till my fingers bled.
Wow, man.
Well, it was a long time. We stayed awake for days. We called it one giant day.
Oh shit.
That's easy to do, all natural.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
oh boy. I remember calling my mother from California when I first got there. I guess I had been missing again. And it'd been a couple of weeks, and I said, Mom, it's my birthday. And she said, your birthday was 2 days ago.
So was this in the 80s you were in California?
Very early 80s,
Very
yeah.
early
Honestly,
80s.
it was 1980, 81, a little of 82.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, shit, man.
It's a big
The
blur for a
fucking
lot of
80s.
people.
But I
Yeah.
came back in the 80s. I played all through New York City, Greenwich Village. We had 2 agents, and we were booked in like 16 different clubs, and it was all original showcase.
Wow, man.
I'm not going to name
And
the
you're-
band because I do not like the singer anymore.
You were mentioning to me, what is his name? Freddie Barker? Your
Which guy?
booking agent?
Oh, Freddie Baker?
Freddie Baker.
Oh, Freddie Baker. He was Apollo Artist Attractions. I played in 3 or 4 or 5 of his bands. He was the best. His son, Anthony Baker's a excellent drummer, plays with a band called Good Man Fisk. And they're slamming. They bring big crowds out. They're a real good band.
Nice, man.
And Freddie was the best. I told Anthony I hadn't seen Anthony in years, and I went and saw them in Washington Township, New Jersey. And I walked up to him. I said, "You know, your father." He says, "I remember you, Donnie." And his father definitely knew me by name. He was such a sweet guy. A lot of people didn't like him, but maybe because they didn't get lucky and had the opportunity for him to book them in a band.
But he got people booked,
I got
right?
lucky.
He
I
was-
wasn't that good. I looked good, and I had friends in bands, you know.
And he just he got you. He was managing these bands, or he was just like a
No,
an
he's
agent?
just a booking agent.
Okay, just
yeah.
a booking agent.
Yeah,
okay.
but the most popular one in the area.
Nice. Man.
Sadly, he died. He passed about 20 years ago.
Oh, man.
Brain cancer.
Wow. God, it stinks. Well,
Good man.
rest
He used
in
to make
peace,
me
Freddie.
laugh so hard. He would on the phone when I was getting dates from him. He had a great sense of humor, Freddie.
I wanted to ask you. So I thought that you were in. Well, my dad was asking me because he used to see. He
okay.
used to see
Now,
the
yeah.
Rockets down the shore.
Right.
I thought you were Donny Rockett.
No.
And I thought that was because you played with the Rockets.
No,
I don't know
they,
why I thought
they
that.
were the guy that books the Rockets. We know each other. We speak on Facebook sometimes. Is Billy Stott? It's Billy Stott.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like
Billy
a
Stott
Ramon
product-
thing where you all changed your name
Billy's
to
the new.
Rocket if you were in
Well,
the
Billy's
Rockets. I
kind of
don't
like
know.
the new Freddie Baker. I mean, he was what was left over. Freddie had another guy that worked for him called Eli, and Eli passed not long after Freddie did. So Billy Stott, the guy that books the Rockets, he's from that Apollo Artist Attractions agency,
Okay.
which is now defunct. That's no longer. It's but Billy still books the Rockets, and he was in the original lineup.
Nice.
And he replaced himself because I think he realized he was starting to look a little long in the tooth, and it's like this old band Menudo, where as soon as you look like you're shaving too much, they'll cut you from the band, no matter how
Menudo.
good you are. They had
Isn't
excellent.
Isn't that a Spanish boy band?
Yeah, yeah, it was. But that's how
Yeah.
that's how Menudo was. As soon as they didn't look like kids anymore, they were
Yeah.
replaced.
So are the Rockets ain't still around, right?
Yes, they are.
They are?
And I bet it's like this 18th incarnation of the Rockets in almost 40 years. 35 years they were together now.
You know who me and Carter were just talking about the other day? Who's doing? And I was talking with you about him doing really good. Fucking Mike LeCompte, man. Michael LeCompte.
Michael
and LeCompte,
LeCompte's the local hero.
They
He's
are-
fantastic.
They are doing insane things with how many gigs they have. We got a schedule from his manager.
Michael's
It's
been
insane.
doing that for 40 years.
Insane, man.
I was playing. He's a year younger than me. He just turned 60. I'm 61. Sorry, Mike, if you're listening. But I saw Michael play it with a band called Slider at Butch's Place in Pemberton, New Jersey. I was a kid. It's 19 when I got back from California, 82, 83 maybe. And he was sensational then, and I saw him recently at Tom and Jerry's about a year and a half ago. It was great bass player Buddy Cash was moving to Arizona. It's like a farewell party number 3 for him.
Number 3.
Well, if you knew how Buddy was great. I mean, he's funny as hell too. But Michael still has it. I heard him do Rain on Me by The Who. He did it better than Eddie Vedder did it at that awards show. Michael was all over that. Sounded like he was 23 years old again.
Yeah, unfortunately, I only ever seen Michael LeCompte and LeCompte at the Pennypack Music Festival 2 years ago.
How was the sound?
They were great, man.
Yeah.
He's
I think
at,
you were with me, Carter, when we at that Pennypack show.
Was Jimmy Marciano
where
with him?
He smashed
Oh,
his
yeah,
guitar
yeah.
up at the end and shit.
Dude, I remember like seeing him when I was like 21, 22, going out to like clubs, my girlfriend and shit. Like he'd be there at these bars up our way and like Bluebell and
Yeah.
shit playing.
He's at Nick's Roast Beef,
Nick's Roast
Woodhaven
Beef
all
every
the time.
every Wednesday
Every
night.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
I
playing.
have his full schedule right now. Like I
the
said, it's insane.
The Flying Circus is there on September 11th.
Oh,
And
cool. At
Of
Nick's
all
Roast
days.
Beef?
Now, I don't remember any dates, but I remember that date,
Well,
of
who
course.
does? Yeah.
You're gonna be at Nick's Roast Beef.
Yeah.
We're definitely at
Yeah, we're going to be at Nick's Roast
Flying
Beef on
Circus,
September.
nice.
We're
Yeah, we
also
gotta
playing
go.
another new place that we were booked before COVID. The place is huge, and I think we're going to actually put money into Facebook promotion because it's a big place. I think it's as big as Cooper. It's
I
called
don't
the.
trust Facebook promotions.
It's the Broken Goblet. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh, I was on my way there
I feel like
to go see
everybody's.
Stems and Seeds, but because of the tornado, all of the roads were closed,
That
and
sucks.
we were like, "What the hell's going on?"
Did they cancel the gig? I
No,
know-
the gig was going, but we had no route to get there because all of the
What's the
Wait,
bass
there was a
player's name
tornado?
again?
yeah,
there
dude,
was
Yeah.
bad
it wrecked
weather.
the whole
I
car
thought you
lot.
said that was a lie. You were just sending it to us to.
No, remember
No, I
I-
said I wasn't sending it in the chat to warn you. I didn't care if
Oh,
you
I
knew or
went to
not.
No.
Walmart and stuff. I didn't really see a tornado.
No, it was up towards
Ah.
Do you remember when I
all the
texted
way
you,
up, like
Jimmy?
State
Yeah.
Road.
And I was
Yeah.
like, "Are you?"
But
how-
then
how-
I
What
thought
was
it
that
was all-
Thursday? Was
yeah,
that a Thursday?
Croydon
Yeah,
area.
last Thursday.
It was
Yeah,
all shut
well, I
down.
was playing the open mic at Dad's last
Yeah.
Thursday, and we had that, and you'd be afraid to walk outside.
Tornado.
It
Okay,
looked like the
tornado
freaking
warning.
devil, man. It looked like the devil.
Well,
Sounds like a freight
so
train.
Donnie, what else? What else do you have coming up? I know you. Which band do you play? The Queen in Wilmington. Delaware.
That's the Flying Circus. Led Zeppelin's Flying Circus, a
And
tribute.
you have a lot of you have anything else that you know of that's coming up? Like you said
Not at the
Nick's Roast
Queen.
Beef?
We haven't booked the Queen back. They got nailed, of course, by COVID. All the real big halls like that, I saw they were having like comedy night, and it was unusual because they were real good for bands.
Yeah.
The acoustics in that Queen Theater, that's down in Wilmington, Delaware.
Yeah.
The acoustics in there are perfect. I think they're better than the Tower Theater because it's not as big as the Tower. And oh wow, any seat in the house where there's the front, the bottom is all standing, but wherever you are in the place, if you're in the balcony or downstairs, the Queen, it's just amazing sound. Just
Yeah,
incredible.
I heard a lot of great things about that. I was actually selling merchandise for my buddies at Grungapalooza, and I was
Oh,
doing it for a
cool.
while. And I get there, and that was the only venue where I had to sell the merchandise in the merchandise section. Usually, I was on the floor somewhere,
right,
so
yeah.
I had to sit out in the
Oh,
hallway
that sucks.
the whole time.
You're like an
man.
employee.
Ever since then, I brought somebody else to to help out, and then we can switch up and go watch the band. But yeah, the Queen, it is definitely a really cool spot. Though.
Yeah, we also played in I think it's also no, it's not in Wilmington. Otherwise, it would be called the Wilmington Opera House. It's called the Smyrna Opera
Smyrna
House.
Opera House.
We-
Yeah, I've never been there.
We played there, and you know what's good about a place like that or the Queen? Not just the sound systems and the fact that they're so huge, but where am I going with this?
I think you were comparing it kind of to the sound, how the Queen is even better than the Tower. I never been to the Smyrna Opera House.
Smyrna Opera House is probably not as good as an old theater like that. It's a more of a contemporary theater, but it's pretty big.
Okay.
And, but the good thing about concerts when we do shows like that is people are paying tickets to see a Led Zeppelin band. So at the end of the song, I remember we ended Kashmir at the Queen Theater. I swear to God, it sounded like Hank Aaron hit a home run or something. And, I was very overwhelmed. I was standing on that stage, and the first time I played there, and I had an epiphany. I was looking down. I'm like, I finally made it to the other side after playing nightclubs and bars
That's
for 40
awesome.
years.
Wow, man.
And
yeah,
I,
that's a good
you know,
feeling.
I was already in my late 50s, so it was pretty good
Yeah,
accomplishment.
definitely cool, man. And I remember you. I know we want to jam out a little bit, but what were you saying earlier when I was on the phone with you about like playing what's appropriate and being honest? I didn't really know what you meant by that.
Well, I'll never mention. I could accuse so many players, good players, of this. Well, phrase it as a question. Let me, what?
I guess I can say, what do you mean by playing what's appropriate and being honest? That's the only thing that we were talking about earlier that I was kind of like.
Well, being honesty in your playing means everything. If you're not playing from your heart, you could have all the technique. You know, you could go. I've known Berkeley grads that can't hang with me in a band, or they can't hang with my friends. They'd never hang with a David St. James or, dare I say, Eddie Lambert. I mean, it's not that.
They got no
It's
feel.
not that they're not good, but
They got no feel.
There's no feel. There's no honesty.
no
in their
emotion.
playing. Yeah, I love, that's why I like guitar players like Eric Clapton. I like bluesy guitar players because it's it depends on emotion. That's what that's the hook,
Yeah, man. Fucking A. Well, you guys want to jam out a little bit? You want to
Yeah.
rearrange some stuff and
Yeah.
play some music?
Cool.
Can we just do a 12-bar blues or something?
All right. Well, we'll be back We'll be back. We're gonna set some stuff up. And
Is
Donnie's gonna
Wait a
jam
minute.
out.
Is this commercial identification? What are we doing? Going to commercial?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We're gonna go to
yeah.
commercial.
Break.
Colgate.
We'll be right back
toothpaste.
after these messages.
All right. Like I said, we have a real treat for you guys. We got Donny Rockett. He's gonna jam out, rock her socks off. Let's do it. That's fine, man.
Yeah, nobody can hear you in TV land.
Yeah. Like I said, in that mic, bud. But yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
Bye.